The number one reason why Valorant players never reach Immortal is because you think that you need to be a prodigy to become one. However, that's not the case because I was able to reach Immortal 3 in just 1.5 months of playing and helped my younger brother also reach Immortal at just 11 years old with my proven frameworks that I have spent years developing that are guaranteed to work for you. So if a 5th grader can follow these 3 easy steps to reach the top 1% of all Valorant competitors, then you can too. So going to the first method on how to reach Immortal fast without having to be a genius, we must understand this one concept that I can almost guarantee you have never thought about before. The reason why so many people cannot replicate their level of play from game to game, so for example, you playing really good in one match and terrible in the next, is because you think that everything you do can be applied universally in every situation. But this is simply not true. The reason for this is because when we load up into a new ranked lobby, there are too many different variables that change in your matches. This can be what map you're playing, what agents are being played, who your teammates are, who your enemies are, and what playstyle your enemies and team have. The point is, every game is different, which is why it's so hard for people to learn and improve. So I want to introduce you to a foolproof method that allows you to play so well in every match that other people think you're stream sniping them, which is to use the tempo switch method. The tempo switch method is just like how it sounds. You switch your tempo in your ranked games every single round. As much as I would love to promote team play for everything you do, there's a lot of cases, especially in ranked, where it calls for those selfish plays to happen or those very team-orientated plays. Being able to switch these playstyles and switch the tempo of your game will allow you to gain unpredictability and help you break the mentality of the other team. How I like to form it is that I would play very aggressive in the beginning of the game, jiggle the mains, play a fast rotator role, take risks to keep space, and flank almost every round. Then after the 3rd to 4th round, I instantly switch my tempo. This keeps the enemies on guard, waiting for a peek that won't come or have them waste utility on an area that you aren't even in. And if you don't believe that this works, we can watch a player like Zekin do this, who is by far the best duelist and ranked player from North America. As you can see, on the first 3 rounds of playing defense, he peeks short aggressively to take a first duel and even go on the fast flank. Then the next round, he peeks long aggressively and fast rotates instantly after seeing nothing. Then the 3rd round, he peeks short again with an outlaw because they didn't see it the first time and it will catch them off guard. Notice that he has done an aggressive play 3 times in a row while following the rules of either playing fast rotate, taking risks to keep space, and or flanking after gaining info. Now let's see what he does in the 4th and 5th round. He instantly switches his tempo. As you can see him in Garage, he changes his speed of how he plays entirely, and he plays back to passively hold C site. And for the 5th round, he again follows this rule to play passively on B site and plays a fast rotator role to help wherever noise is. The tempo switch method is absolutely broken, and applying this smartly in your games will not only throw off enemies but literally tilt them beyond belief, which is the main factor of why this strategy is so good. The more cringe that you play and the more you can catch the enemies off guard, the less aware they become, the sloppier decisions they make, and the more anxious and angry they are towards even their own teammates. I think a lot of players underestimate how much mental is involved with improving in a game like Valorant, because at the end of the day, just like any sport, it takes a lot of mental willpower to make continuous smart choices during games with pressure and stakes on the line, even if it's only a couple RR. And for the plays that you end up making, I want to introduce you to a bonus tip that will help you make these decisions and strategies faster, which is to use the KISS method. I talked about this in a previous video, but essentially whatever play or choice you make, try to keep it simple stupid. The more complex and creative you are in your ranked games, the higher the chance the play ends up not working because you are overthinking on the wrong things. Focus on the fundamentals, have strong spatial awareness through using the rear view mirror method that I taught you in the last video, and trust yourself more. And if you need extra help on implementing any of the advice that I give, join the 1% Club. In the 1% Club, you'll be able to get paid to improve in Valorant, enter exclusive giveaways, learn all the secrets to reach Immortal fast by receiving monthly personalized one-on-one coaching from me, get free Kovacs paid by me, gain access to weekly group coaching calls, play in our in-house 10-mans, and get the hands on my full 20-page Google document sharing everything I learned to reach Immortal in just 1 month. Again, in the 1% Club, I'll be coaching everyone personally, where I have helped over 350 players rank up as fast as possible and as much as 500 RR after just 1 month. And what makes this coaching community different is that I will be also giving everyone the lessons that I wish I knew when I first started playing Valorant that helps me balance with competing while losing 100 pounds, get straight A's in high school, get into my dream university for economics, work full-time jobs, build a business that helps me pay for my parents' mortgage, and still have time to spend with my amazing girlfriend. I will also be hosting competitions and rewards based on players who progress within the community, such as literally me giving you $100 just for playing well and using what you learned to rank up fast. And I've only 13 spots left as my time is limited, so make sure to take advantage of this insane deal today by clicking the top link of the description. Now, before going into the second step on how to reach Immortal fast without having to be a genius, I want to ask you a question first. Can you tell me your exact routine on how you plan on reaching Immortal, or better yet, how you balance Valorant as a whole while still focusing on your real life? Most, if not all of you watching this video cannot give me a straight answer, and that is probably the biggest problem that is holding you back the most. How can you expect to improve in quite literally anything if you can't even dedicate a specific time to do so and have a clear plan on what to do? And for all the haters, this isn't about taking Valorant too seriously. This is about optimizing your limited time that you have so that you don't need to spend 5 to 6 hours per day just playing to reach a rank of Immortal where you can realistically do it in just 2. And if you don't believe me, even your favorite pros are doing this, which is why I want to introduce to you the second method that helps me succeed in not just Valorant but almost every single category of my life, which is to use the focus frame method. I want you to treat your days as 3 separate frames, which are split into 5-hour blocks, and use these frames that you have to dedicate yourself to one specific skill or thing that you're learning. So to take an example, this is what my frames looked like for my last semester of university. From 6 a.m. to 11 a.m., I would focus on finishing schoolwork, learning past material, and use practice tests to study for my economics exams. From 11 p.m. to 4 p.m., I work on this YouTube channel, coach students, work on my full free aim guide that helps me go from a 0.95 KD player to a 1.33 KD player in just 1 act of playing, and also grow my online business where I help organizations make better content decisions and grow their brand. And lastly, my final frame from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. This was reserved for any time I want to do extra work, or when I want to stream and improve in Valorant, or simply just relax and chill with the people that I love. This is the focus frame method. You don't have to be as religious as me, however, you should be dialing in and having a focus on things that you actually want to improve in your life. Setting focus blocks like this gives you clarity on when and where you should be every day, especially if you catch yourself being someone who's unorganized and just overall lazy. But the focus frame method has helped me tremendously in terms of planning out my day and consistently working hard on all my goals that I have set for myself. Again, I want to reemphasize, you won't be able to improve in everything that you want to do all at once. However, it is super easy to improve in a select few in a specific time frame. Use the focus frame method to help you progress drastically so you won't have to spend extra time on ranking up to reach Immortal. Now finally, going to the third and last tip of the video, where if you don't implement it, everything we have learned so far will be absolutely useless, which is to verbalize your actions. Most people think that climbing in Valorant is all about talent, crazy flicks, or insane mechanics. It's not. It's about decisions. And if you can't explain your decisions, you can't understand them. But a lot of people struggle with improving their decision making and game sense simply because they don't know how. Other than getting a coach who will teach you these things in just a single session, the best method that I have found that allowed me to actually think through my process and break down the weaknesses that I had would all be thanks to verbalization. Verbalization is easy. It's just saying out loud what you're doing and why. Not in your head, not mumbled, but out loud. So, for example, in your rank games, doing a simple comm of I'm pushing B because we have mid control, or I'm holding flank because our Sage rotated, is more than enough to see the benefits of verbalization in your games. When we talk about our plays, 3 things happen subconsciously. 1, sharpens our awareness and prevents us from autopiloting. 2, you catch your own mistakes in real time and help instantly fix them. And 3, you train one of the most underrated mechanics, which is your communication, which only increases your win percentage. This isn't rocket science, and it isn't exactly hard to do, but so many people love wasting their time and do things in their life without any intent, which is why verbalization is so important. This is the exact method that I use to help me rank up to Immortal 3 fast without being talented or a genius, while also juggling my real life ambitions like pursuing my economics degree, growing my online business, and dropping 100 pounds. I didn't want to waste any more time with the life that I had, and verbalizing my choices out loud was literally free coaching to myself. It helps me stay present, reinforce good, strong habits, and call out my own bullshit in real time. It's like building a second brain that audits all of your actions. Now, the question is, how can we practice verbalization to help us rank up faster and improve our lives? So, for example, improving your real life, like with me losing 100 pounds or studying for my university exams, I used external dialogue to help fortify the decisions that I made. So, every time I was tired of going to the gym and wanted to head to bed early, I said out loud, I'm getting up and going to the the gym to stay consistent. This helps me keep myself accountable and pretty much call myself out on my own laziness to push myself to just get up and go. Or for every time I start procrastinating studying for one of my exams, I would say I will lock in and study for this exam because I need to work hard to get a good job. Again, me doing this helps me realize how stupid I was and helps me force myself to get up. And now for Valorant and helping you rank up faster, the main method I used to practice this was to use my own death matches and rank games. In the death matches that I played, I would verbalize which angles I was holding, ask myself if my crosshair was at the head level, watch to see if I'm being lazy with my peaks, and prepare myself and build confidence before every duel. And in my rank games, I would use a derivative method I would like to call shadow casting to verbalize my actions. Essentially, shadow casting is exactly what it sounds like. Playing full matches if you're shoutcasting your own gameplay for a stream. You speak all your decisions out loud as if you're explaining them to an audience. This forces you to justify every move that you make and actually improve on them in real time. It also builds your leadership skills and communication, which not only helped me consistently win in ranked, as most of my teammates started to always listen to me and the calls that I made, but it also improved my ability to communicate with others. It literally got me an internship without needing to prepare for any interview questions. I simply used the communication skills that I've learned to land it. Again, you don't need to be a genius to succeed. You just need to do the small, hard things that will build up discipline within yourself in the long term to help you achieve your goals. These are the secrets that helped me rank up fast without needing to be a prodigy, and combining all of these lessons helps me tremendously with both my real life and maintaining a high rank in Valorant. If you need help implementing these tips, where you're able to receive monthly exclusive giveaways, potentially get paid to improve in your favorite game, and get personal one-on-one coaching from me, all you need to do is check out the VIP community link down in the top of the description. Thanks everyone for watching, and remember, you only fail when you stop trying. See you soon. Mwah.